Today, we are having brunch at the Grand Floridian Cafe. I'll be sharing some of my favorite dishes to order, as well as some newer menu items, including a brand new French toast dish that incorporates a very popular Disney drink that I think you're gonna love. Is the Grand Floridian Cafe worth checking out on your next trip to Disney World? Let's go find out. You guys know how much I love a good brunch, and the Grand Floridian Cafe is a fan favorite stop for brunch here at the resort. You can catch brunch at this restaurant 7 days a week from 7:30 a.m. through 2 p.m. So plenty of time for late risers like myself to enjoy. Now, it has been a while since I've dined here, and there have been some menu changes. So we're gonna go through all of that. Like I said, I'll be letting you guys in on all my favorite things to order, and I also want to try some of these new dishes, including POG French Toast. And I would be lying if I said I wasn't mainly here because of this POG French Toast. I've actually been eyeing it for quite some time. I noticed it was added to the Grand Floridian Cafe menu, I think back in December, and I have been meaning to come here ever since. It just hasn't worked out. But I saw a TikTok of it from my friend Bethany the other day, and I was like, you know what? That's a sign. I finally need to come try it. Now, you keep hearing me say POG, and just in case you aren't aware what POG is, it is passion orange guava. And POG juice, or passion orange guava juice, is a very famous, very popular breakfast drink here at Disney World. You could find it at almost all of the restaurants that serve breakfast here at Disney World, or all of the good restaurants that serve breakfast here at Disney World, and it is so delicious. It takes like orange juice and puts it to shame. Whenever there's POG juice on a menu at Disney World, I pretty much always order it, and I love when a Disney buffet or one of the like family style restaurants at Disney World where a drink comes included in your meal. I love when they have POG juice on the menu, because usually the POG juice is then unlimited, and sometimes they even put like a canister of it on your table and it's self-serve, and you could just get all the POG juice your heart desires. And they even do like POG mimosas. POG juice is just amazing, and I love that they're incorporating POG juice into some of the other dishes. They also have a POG juice float over in the Magic Kingdom, the Tropical Serenade float, where they put coconut Dole Whip in with the POG juice. Oh, so delicious. Anything with POG juice, I am all in for. So obviously, POG French Toast sounds amazing. But before we get into our French toast, and before we even get into the menu, every meal at the Grand Floridian Cafe for brunch is started off with some biscuits and citrus butter. So we're gonna try these first. Now, there are very few restaurants that you go to for breakfast where you actually get like a pastry to start and such. So I love that they do that here. And you can't tell me this doesn't look like a scoop of vanilla ice cream. It really does here. This is regular butter that they serve with these biscuits, but like I said, I mentioned a citrus butter. That is what makes these biscuits so good. I think these biscuits are probably just like heated up. I don't think they're scratch made or anything, but what makes these biscuits so good is this citrus butter. It's a very soft whipped butter, but there's orange zest, orange peel, a fantastic citrus flavor in there that really sets it apart from any other butter you'll try. And just look at how soft and dreamy that butter is. So you can kind of see the orange peel in there. So good. This butter, I also like, if I get like sweets and stuff, like waffles or pancakes here at the Grand Floridian Cafe, I always save my citrus butter, throw a little bit of that on there. That's a Grand Floridian Cafe hack for you. But cut open our biscuit, spread some of that citrus butter on there. How perfect does that look? Let's dig in. I swear these biscuits themselves used to be so much better pre-COVID. Grand Floridian Cafe pre-COVID as a whole used to be so much better. They're just so extremely dry, and they just taste like any old buffet biscuit these days, but they're so dry and they're hard and they're a little stale. But like I said, what saves it is that butter. You need to load a ton of it on there to enjoy, though, because they are just so dry. But that butter, it works wonders. That citrus butter is seriously fantastic. Absolutely love it. And like I said, it's something different that they're doing here at the Grand Floridian Cafe, and I still appreciate that they're giving you like breakfast bread here to start. So even though the biscuits these days aren't great, I still like that they're doing it. So load it up with citrus butter and you'll be all good. Now that we've got our biscuits, I wanted to show you the cocktail menu, and usually I wouldn't necessarily indulge in a brunch cocktail here at the Grand Floridian Cafe. Nothing's ever caught my eye before, but they do have a brand new espresso martini on the menu that just debuted a few weeks ago, so I think we might have to try it, guys. I'm looking at the maple vanilla espresso martini. That's what we're going to try, but they, of course, have some other specialty cocktails as well. This blackberry orange spritz sounds kind of good. They've got some mimosas, a French 75, a bunch of different things for you to try, including some zero proof cocktails. Where are they? Do they have any other mimosas? They've got some sparkling stuff, but I feel like they should have like a mimosa flight here or something. This is the perfect spot for it. So like I said, I did decide to go with the new maple vanilla espresso martini. This has Tito's vodka, Kahlua espresso, and a maple vanilla bean syrup for $16.50. I think you guys know kind of exactly how this espresso martini review is going to go and exactly what I am going to say, but anytime I receive an espresso martini that looks more like a Coca-Cola than an espresso martini, I instantly regret my decision to order an espresso martini. But my good friend Allie, who is an espresso martini connoisseur, said she had this and it was good. So I don't really know what is going on with this one here. But I'll just point out the obvious. Obviously, there is no foam on this drink, and I filmed it as soon as it was placed on my table. And it's the color of Coke. So the maple vanilla flavor sounds good, and this espresso martini is joining a lineup of fantastic espresso martinis at the Grand Floridian. The one at Enchanted Rose is my second favorite at Disney World, and the one down at Narcoossee's is moving on up the list. It honestly might have cracked the top 5. The salted mascarpone espresso martini I have been loving these days. So we've got another one here at the Grand Floridian Cafe, and it's not looking too hot, but we're gonna try it out. That just tastes like watered down coffee. What is in this? I have to just double check. This is supposed to have vodka, Kahlua, espresso, and maple vanilla syrup. Okay, I'm tasting a little bit of the Kahlua, but it just tastes like Kahlua and watered down coffee. I don't taste any of that maple vanilla syrup, not even like the slightest trace of it whatsoever. I taste zero espresso whatsoever. I taste zero alcohol. Obviously the foam is quite disappointing. I'm not sure if it's an off day or what, but I think this goes without saying. Probably wouldn't order this one again here. Maple vanilla sounds good though, so I don't know. Well, we've had a drink, we've had a bite to eat, and moment of appreciation for the view. Whenever there's a table near a window or something at a restaurant, I always like to request it. They can't always accommodate, but they will always try. And a table by a window at the Grand Floridian Cafe is always so cozy. So again, I recommend you request a table by a window, and if they have one available, they'll try and hook it up. And it is just so cozy starting your morning off this way with a beautiful view of the Grand Floridian. But I do want to take a look over the menu and show you what else they've got here. So since this is a brunch menu, you're going to see a good mix of lunch and breakfast items. So there's really something for everyone on this menu, even more so than any of the other brunch restaurants at Disney World. There truly is such a good mix of breakfast as well as lunch menu items here. Let me show you. Starting with some appetizers, there is a shrimp cocktail, a fresh fruit bowl with a coconut pineapple sorbet. I wonder if that's like Dole Whip. That sounds really good, actually. A seasonal soup, which is chicken tortilla today. A Bananas Foster style oatmeal avocado toast. Oh my gosh, their avocado toast here is actually, I think, the best at Disney World. It is fantastic. I might have to get that to show you guys. They have a yogurt parfait as well as a French onion soup. I've never had a French onion soup here, but you guys know I love a French onion. So if you've had it, let me know how it is. I'll have to try it one of these days. Down here, we've got some chef's favorites. They have a burger with some brie, some bacon, pepper jam, a garlic aioli. I think they changed this burger up recently. It used to be like a lobster thermidor burger, and it was very popular, but I haven't tried this new one. So again, if you've tried this, let me know how it is. I'm curious. I love a brie cheese, so it sounds kind of good. The buttermilk fried chicken and waffle. It's like chicken on a Mickey waffle. Oh my gosh, so good. One of my favorite things on this menu. Fantastic. The Floridian style eggs Benedict, which is like corn cakes and carnitas. Really different, interesting style of eggs Benedict. They also have some steak and eggs, and then we're going to get to some more of the classic breakfast items. They have a breakfast sandwich, which is actually what I got last time. It's so interesting because it has a whipped goat cheese on it. I really like it. I think it's delicious. A traditional eggs Benedict, actually one of my favorite eggs Benedicts on property, also really good. They have a Cobb salad, an heirloom apple salad, which I hear great things about. They have a grand breakfast, which is kind of like your classic like eggs, bacon, hash brown situation. They have a club sandwich, a tofu power bowl. They also have a Caesar salad here and some miso glazed salmon. And then down here are all of our sweets. Here it is, the passion fruit, guava, and orange French toast. That's what we're here for, guys. They have the seasonal buttermilk pancakes, which are banana pudding pancakes. That's what she said. Oh my god, guys, I am so tempted. And they also have Mickey waffles. Oh, guys, both of these sweets sound so good. So you can see a lot of favorites on the menu. I'm actually not sure what I'm gonna get. I have to make some decisions here, and a little hack for you that my waitress let me know about, which is super helpful. You're actually able to order a short stack of the POG French Toast or the seasonal pancakes. So if you wanted to just try them, or maybe you wanted like a savory breakfast and you just wanted a little bit of sweet or something, you are able to order a short stack of the seasonal pancakes or the POG French Toast. So if you just wanted a little bit or a couple bites, that's something that's really awesome that you're able to do here. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to get the POG French Toast and a short stack of those banana pudding pancakes. I love banana pudding. That sounds so good. But that's a lot of sweets, so I don't know. Well, I decided to start off with some more appetizer-y kind of foods in the fruit bowl as well as the avocado toast. But I want to start by digging into this fruit bowl since it has a sorbet on top. This is the fresh fruit bowl with a coconut and pineapple sorbet for $15. This has got to be one of the most beautiful presentations of fruit I have ever seen. Also, this bowl is quite ginormous. There is so much fruit here. It's not only a giant bowl of fruit, but it is quite the variety of fruit. I see some blackberries, some kiwi, a ton of mango, bananas, strawberry, raspberry, blueberry. I don't know, did I miss anything? I might have, but there's also some coconut shavings. Then we've got that sorbet on top. I don't know, this is beautiful. It looks delicious. It looks refreshing. And I also will say this is probably something that's like good to share. You know, you could share this with the table. It's a good fresh start before like a park day, I'd say. And obviously we're all gonna know how the fruit is gonna taste. So what we really have to try here is this coconut pineapple sorbet. And it's not just a coconut pineapple sorbet. This is a plant-based coconut pineapple sorbet. And it looks to be very creamy. We gotta get some of those coconut shavings. Oh yeah, some mango. Mango is actually my favorite fruit. So this looks like the perfect bite to start. I know this is like kind of basic, but I'm weirdly super excited to try this out. If I made a puzzled face, it's because that sorbet just didn't taste like how I expected. Not to say it's not good. It just wasn't what I expected. I guess I expected more of a Dole Whip kind of flavor because it said coconut pineapple. So that's what I was expecting. It tastes more like a ice cream with the slightest coconut flavor, more like a coconut milk. So it's good. I like it. But it just wasn't what I was expecting. So I was kind of thrown off a little bit there. What I really like are those coconut shavings on the top. It adds a really good crunch to this fruit bowl here. And yeah, we've got a really great mix of fruit and a ton of it, like I said. So this is like a really great thing to share with the table. I think the sorbet on top, or I'm going to call it an ice cream, a dairy-free ice cream, because that's more of what it tastes like. So don't come in expecting Dole Whip, because that is not it. But it tastes like just a coconut milk dairy-free ice cream. It's good. It's interesting. It's different. And I like it. $15 is a bit, but you are getting a ton of fruit. So would I get this again? If I had a couple other people here to share it with, like I'm going to probably bring this home and eat it over the next couple of days. It's going to be a good little fruit salad for me to snack on over these next couple of days. But it's just not what I was expecting, I guess. But I like the fruit in here, so. Well, next up, we are going to try the Avocado Toast, which obviously has avocado, it has fire-roasted tomatoes and microgreens on multi-grain toast for $13. We are just going all in today on the plant-based options. We've got another one here, so I've got to say, this must be a really good place for you to come if you do eat a plant-based diet, because I love this avocado toast here. It's probably my favorite at all of Disney World. I don't know if I've had that many, but this is one that I always order, and obviously it comes plant-based with just the fire-roasted tomatoes and the avocado, but you can, of course, make it not plant-based if you wanted to. You could add some eggs, some bacon onto this, which if this was the only thing I was getting today, that is probably what I would do, because I love an avocado toast with some eggs and bacon and stuff. But since we have so many other dishes that we're going to be ordering today, I just stuck with how it comes, and how it does come is absolutely delicious. Now, we've of course got the avocado on the toast, but underneath the avocado there's like this delicious flavored butter, vegan butter of course, and it is so good and flavorful. It adds so much to the toast. It makes a world of difference. And of course we've got the fire roasted tomatoes here that we've got to load up onto this toast for our bite. I can't even get them on here. Here we go. This one should work. I'm telling you guys, this is not only one of the best avocado toasts at Disney, this is probably one of the best avocado toasts that I've had in general. And it all comes down to that spread between the avocado and the toast. It is so flavorful. I think that spread on its own has some tomato and maybe some garlic. It tastes similar to like a bruschetta almost. It has bruschetta flavors. There's some herbs, there's some garlic, there's some tomato in there. And it's on a multi-grain toast, which I really like the flavor of those seeds. It adds a certain texture that's really good. Obviously, we've got the creamy avocado there. And then those tomatoes just add an extra oomph of flavor. This avocado toast it's so slept on. I feel like you never hear anyone talking about it, but I am telling you guys, you will not be disappointed if you come here and order avocado toast. I always say when I get avocado toast at restaurants, like I could make a mean avocado toast at home. It's something that's fairly easy to make at home. And, you know, it doesn't require that much. So if I order an avocado toast out and I'm spending over $10 on an avocado toast, it's got to be good. And it can't be something that I feel like I can make at home. And this is something I cannot make at home. This is phenomenal. Fantastic. Come try it out. I absolutely love it. I haven't had it in so long either, so it's indifferent. All right, so we've had our appetizer round. We're on to our entree round. And in our appetizer round, we had something new. We had an old favorite. So I feel like we've got to do the same thing for our entree round. Obviously, our new thing is going to be our POG French Toast. We've got to try it. And one of my old favorites here is the Eggs Benedict. So I feel like we've got to go for that. And I mention this every time I film a video at the Grand Floridian Cafe, but I gotta do it again. They used to have an Eggs Benedict flight here at the Grand Floridian Cafe. And if you work at the Grand Floridian Cafe, I am begging you, bring back the Eggs Benedict flight. It was so good. Again, pre-COVID Grand Floridian Cafe was so good. They had an Eggs Benedict flight. It had a classic Eggs Benedict, it had a chorizo Eggs Benedict, and it had a lobster Eggs Benedict. All three, fantastic. The chorizo one, probably my favorite of the three. It was life-altering eggs Benedict. It was so good. The lobster one, amazing as well. And I've already mentioned the classic eggs Benedict here is one of my favorites at Disney World. So we had all three. We had one of each of them on a plate, and it was fantastic. And it was something that was unique to the Grand Floridian Cafe, and I'm pleading you, bring it back. It was so good. So maybe one of these days we'll see it back. But for now, we've just got the classic. But before we try our classic eggs Benedict, we've got to go for this passion fruit guava and orange French toast. This is a passion fruit guava and orange stuffed French toast served with bacon or sausage for $19. Now, how good does this French toast look? So it looks like we've got our layers of bread, and then in between we've got that POG, almost like jelly layered in between each layer of bread. And then this is almost like a citrus cream, and my waitress was so kind to bring me an extra plate of the citrus cream in the shape of a Mickey because she said this is the best part, so I needed to have extra, and I have a feeling she is going to be right because this looks so good. We've got our syrup here. We've got to pour some syrup on top of our French toast. Oh yeah, we are loaded now. We've got to try this out. I don't even know where to start. There is so much on this plate. And I know I mentioned the citrus cream, but we've also got like some toasted almonds and some strawberries on here that I forgot to mention too. And I feel like that's gonna add a good crunch. You know I love a good crunch with a dish, but I feel like we've got to dig in right from the middle of this French toast here. The middle is gonna give us the best bite with all of the extra POG gel. Got to get some of that cream on here, of course. We definitely have plenty of that cream, so we can load up on it as much as we need. That is delicious. It's giving me all of the tropical kind of vibes. I'm surprised they don't have something like this over at the Polynesian. I feel like this is more of a Kona Cafe dish than a Grand Floridian Cafe dish, but I'm certainly not mad that it's here because this is really good. And yeah, it's almost like a jelly kind of in between the French toast. And that jam is quite good. I feel like that jam would be really good on the biscuits too. I wonder if you could get a little bit, probably not, but I wonder if you could get a little bit of the jam to go with the biscuits in the beginning of the meal. But this is super sweet. Like I feel like you maybe don't even need some of the syrup to go with this because it's sweet enough on its own. But my waitress was right. This cream here, this citrus cream, totally makes it. It reminds me a lot. It's more of like a buttercream, cream cheese kind of frosting. And this is a dessert, guys. This is a full-on breakfast dessert. It's a sweet one. But if you like sweets, if you like French toast, I'd say this is definitely a must try. You are gonna love this. And since I love POG juice so much, there's absolutely no surprise that I do love this. I think next time though, since it is so sweet, I could only handle a couple of bites of this. I would definitely go for the short stack because it's a little too much to handle. Like it is, when I tell you guys, it's real sweet. So the short stack might be the route for me next time personally. But you guys know me, I am all about the savory breakfast. So this is my favorite savory breakfast here, the traditional eggs Benedict. We've got 2 poached eggs, Canadian bacon, and hollandaise on a toasted English muffin served with a marinated tomato salad for $17. But you guys may be noticing, instead of that tomato salad, I decided to substitute that for the cheesy hash brown casserole, which is my favorite side here at the cafe. I love the cheesy hash browns that they do all around property, and this is one of my favorite ones. So I figured we got some tomatoes with the avocado toast. It's time for some cheesy potatoes here at the Grand Flo Cafe. Let's see how our eggs are cooked here. Hopefully nice and poached, nice and runny. Oh yeah, looks perfectly jammy for me. And every time I eat hollandaise sauce, I always get a bunch of comments that are like, and I'm sure some of you have already started typing this out. You like hollandaise. It's so similar to mayo, but it's not the same. So I don't know what to tell you. I like hollandaise. Sue me. But I especially love this hollandaise here with this eggs Benedict. And at the end of the day, this is just such a classic no frills eggs Benedict. Like, there truly is nothing super special about this Eggs Benedict, although this time I am noticing that instead of Canadian bacon, they might be using some like freshly sliced ham. It looks a little bit different than usual, but it's really good. But I think what sets this apart so much is that hollandaise sauce. It always has more of like a lemony kind of flavor to it, which I always really enjoy. I think this hollandaise sauce is so good. It's always loaded on there, nice and thick, and it's just done so well. I don't know whether it's because I'm eating it in this perfect setting or what, but I just think this is one of the most perfect Eggs Benedict. I love this one here. I also really like the Eggs Benedict over at Steakhouse 71. I'd say in the world of Disney World Eggs Benedict, I'd say here and Steakhouse 71 are probably my top two. Am I forgetting one? Off the top of my head, those are my top two, but it's just a classic, simple Eggs Benedict done so well. Now, they also have that Eggs Benedict with like pulled pork on a corn cake. I tried it last time I was here, and I wasn't the biggest fan. I just prefer the simple Eggs Benedict. You can't go wrong with it. And I love this hollandaise sauce. It's not mayo. So good. We've got our cheesy hash brown casserole there. You can see the top has been nice and kind of caramelized and fried a little bit. So it's going to be nice and crispy on the top, and then the inside is nice and creamy and cheesy. Seasoned perfectly, great onion flavor in there as well. I love those hash brown shreds. I feel like a lot of times you get like just breakfast potatoes around property, but I love when places have like the shredded hash browns. They're so cheesy, so creamy, and that onion flavor in there is just perfect. The top gets that nice crispness, so it really has a good contrast of textures. I don't know, this whole meal, perfect savory entree right here. Well, that was a great little brunch at the Grand Floridian Cafe. I hadn't dined there in quite some time, so it was good to be back. It was good to try some of the new dishes, especially that POG French Toast. I don't know, if you're a POG lover like myself, I'd say it's probably worth the trip to check out. And I don't know, there's just something about starting your morning, starting your day here on the monorail loop, especially at the Grand Floridian. It's always so nice. So definitely come check out some of the new food here at the Grand Floridian Cafe. It is a fan favorite for a reason. And yeah, I really like the new food here. Thank you everyone for checking out this video. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon for your support. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you enjoy honest Disney food reviews, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.